What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are thebomb.com. I love doing this type of video where I am in front of the camera. I am so excited for today's video. If you want to get some motivation on how you can save more money for the rest of 2022 into the new year 2023, definitely stick around. I tend to do this type of video one time a year where I drop all types of different savings challenge ideas that you might want to try, and we talk about the mental, okay? Because yes, it's hard, it's taxing for some of us out here to save money, and so we talk about it. And so that's today's video. I'm also going to share a little bit of my savings progress so far this year. I'm sharing the wins, I'm sharing the fails. I'll go into more detail about how I quit a savings challenge just recently. If you check my video right before this one, I just ended my 50 envelope challenge. It just wasn't for me. I talk about that, so definitely check that one out too. But this is the fact of the matter. If you're not saving money, today is the day we start. We start with the money we already have, and we need to start saving and investing money because we got to fight inflation. We got to, fight the unexpected. And I am finding on a daily basis how important it is to have your savings in check, in order. So hopefully by the end of this video, you find something useful. You find a savings challenge that's perfect for you. You find a storage system that's perfect for you. You feel comfortable commenting below and letting people know what ways have worked for you so that you were able to save more money. And hopefully you are motivated so that you don't feel like you need to quit a savings challenge. And if you do decide to quit a savings challenge, you have something else that you are excited to do so that you're still saving money. That's it. That's the goal. That's the goal. So I have my other camera set up here. I got my phone set up, and we're going to dive right in. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see me down below. I'm going to be taking some brief notes just to let you guys know some of the things that have worked, and hopefully it's popping. Hopefully this is a popping video for you guys. So first up, let's talk about choosing your savings challenge. The goal is you have to know what you're trying to achieve by a certain date. So first off, how much money are you trying to save? So that's the first. How much money do you need to save? Then the second thing we need to ask is, when do you need it by? When do you need it? Because that's why I had to quit the 50 envelope challenge. I was saving all this money, putting it to the side, but I needed it sooner than later because our circumstances changed. And so I don't want to get caught up in, I should have kept going, to see how much I could have saved by the end of the year. The fact of the matter was the money was needed now, so we're pulling this money now. But it's still going toward the original goal, which was to save money so that we could put it toward our renewal, our lease renewal. Okay, the third thing you need to ask yourself is, how often can you honestly contribute to your savings challenge? If you are signing up for a weekly savings challenge when you only get paid once a month, you might find it hard to do. It might even be unrealistic. Or maybe you had this thought in your head like, I'm going to, do some extra side hustles and then I'm going to contribute to my savings challenges. That's cool too. But sometimes we put a lot of unnecessary pressure on ourselves and compare ourselves to others. You gotta stay focused, stay in your lane. If you are able to contribute $5 a month, that still adds up. That is still a good amount of money over a course of a month, especially if your progress is showing and you've never saved money before. So those are the three factors that you want to think about. Now, I hear this a lot. You don't want to spend money to save money. And I get that comment a lot on some of my other social media like TikTok and Instagram. And I can see where they're coming from. Basically, what they're saying is, if you need to save money, why would you invest in yourself and buy someone's savings challenge so that you can save money? I think some of us are visual type of people, and we just need something cute to shade in, to see our progress, to take pictures, to keep ourselves motivated and excited about saving money. If that's you, you don't have to explain yourself. There's a whole community of you right here, okay? And that's the reason why we do these savings challenges. I mean, a few years ago, we never even named them, this whole category. We just called it saving money, putting it in a bank account and calling it a day. But you know why we've kind of turned it into this savings challenge? Because it is a challenge to save money, for one, and two, it's kind of boring just putting money in a savings account. It gets kind of redundant. It's not as flashy. And so some of us need a little bit more excitement to stay excited about saving money. So that's my little blip. That's my little bar about that. Okay, so now let's talk about, hopefully I'm in frame. Let's talk about short-term savings. So if you are someone who needs to save money in the next 30 days or less, what can you do to save money? Gotcha. I gotcha. Say you have a vacay coming up that you have been saving and contributing money to a sinking fund for quite a while, but you still just need a little bit more to top it off. Maybe you have a new debt. Maybe you had a new medical debt. I know that's the case for us. We had an emergency with one of our family members and it was like, oh, now we got these medical bills. Okay, we got to finish this. Or maybe you want to start your emergency fund fresh, start over. Whatever it is, short term, here we go. First thing you want to do is think about different savings challenge options. So one that I would definitely recommend is the 0 Out Savings Challenge. And I'll, of course, throw a picture up because I'm not going to be flipping back and forth. But I actually got this idea from Frugal Chic Life. She's one of the OGs that used to post on YouTube all the time. And I love this savings challenge. I got the idea from watching her content. It is not my idea. And I don't even know if it's her idea, but I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it is a savings challenge that has really taken off in our community and for good reason. So shout out to anybody who is doing the 0 Out Challenge. Maybe comment below and let me know how much you have saved so far this year. I know for me, I've saved at least $100 passively with this savings challenge. Basically, you take money that you already have in your bank account and the day before payday, you transfer whatever is left to your savings account. Now, you might want to leave some money in there for buffer, but boom, you're contributing to your savings passively. And if you do that 12 times a year, that's 12 additional transfers to your savings account that you did not plan on making before. So I love the 0 Out Savings Challenge. And I'll share my progress with you later on in the video and let you know for sure how much we are working with. Okay, the next savings challenge that I would definitely consider is the 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧 Savings Challenge. Now, the reason I like the 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧 Savings Challenge is because it is just the best type of savings challenge for someone who needs something cute and flashy, something to grab. I love 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧 because I love it to the point I made my own 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧 board, and that's the one you guys are so awesome and have purchased so many times, and I thank you guys. But basically, I have different versions of the 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧 board, and this is a shameless plug. Yes, I'm pushing my own products. Hello, it's my video, it's my channel. But definitely go on Etsy, go on other people's Shopify's, create your own. Anything that kind of relates to you and what you like to do, I would recommend going for. I love playing Monopoly. So that's the whole, how this even came about. I've played Monopoly, probably my entire life. And I have different versions of it now. I now have like Travelopoly, Hawaiiopoly. It's just kind of turned into this whole thing. And I love it. I love 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧. And I've been able to contribute a modest amount. In fact, I thought it was going to be a monthly challenge for me where I just stuck to it for like a month. But now I've kind of continued on and I do it for the rest of the year until I fill up all of my spaces here. So I love 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧. And look, who cares about the spelling? You can spell it 𝗖𝗢𝗄𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 SAVOPOLY or SAVOPOLY. It's all the same. It don't matter. Okay, next is, I call these the OG savings challenges. The $1 and the $5 savings challenges. I love these type savings challenges. You don't have to think about it. You just, every time you open up your wallet and it's almost payday, you just set money to the side. You're like, okay, I got ones left, I got fives left, I got tens left, and you put them in 3 different envelopes. It doesn't have to be anything special. And then at the end of the year, you add them, not at the end of the year, at the end of the month, you count it all up and see how much money you have saved. So this is good if you don't have to save a certain amount. If you just need to save period in the next 30 days, it could work for you. Next is the no spend challenge. I love the no spend challenge. I used to hate it. You can watch any of my previous content and I would be like, ugh. But that is because I made a version that works for me. So I have named that the Debits Day Off Challenge. And basically how Debits Day Off / no spend works is, for me, I don't limit myself on a daily basis as to what money I can and can't spend. But basically what I do is right before payday, a lot of these challenges are right before payday, I look at how much money is left over in my wallet, I pull it all out, and I add it to this challenge. It'll happen either bi-weekly or monthly. And in 1 month, I was so far in this year able to save about $49. That's like the most I've been able to contribute. And this is money that I could have blown on some, you know, Starbucks or Target or whatever, but I didn't. I chose to just hold on to it, and it's added up. So now I have saved over $100 passively by doing that. Keeping it moving, y'all. Keeping it moving. Number 5 is keep the change. I love this savings challenge. Keep the change is the challenge that chose me. I always tell you guys this. I'm shocked. Okay, so have to remember to start both cameras back up. The keep the change savings challenge basically means that every time, as often as you like throughout the month, you would just look in your wallet, pull all of the coins out of that wallet and add them all up. So between last year and the first month of this year, I was able to save $78 worth of change. That adds up, okay? And pretty much, this is a save as you go type challenge. You know, if you're walking outside and you see coins on the ground, pick them up. That is how I get all my coins. I usually pay exact change on purpose in stores because I don't like getting change back. And so all the coins that I do rack up tend to come from things I find on the ground. Wash that money and keep on rolling. Okay, so those are the short-term challenges. Now, one last short-term option is for monthly, would be a monthly savings challenge. So I love monthly savings challenges because they're kind of a quick savings challenge that you can do and get some type of reward right away for it. So I came up with a couple of ideas where every month I save a good amount of money. So, and I like mixing it up. I don't like saving the same exact amount of money every month. Again, that's just what works for me. You can adjust this as needed, but basically, you know, in January I saved $60. In February I saved $100, and it just goes on. You know, it's tax refund March. You get a little bit extra back for tax season, so I ramped it up to $250. Do what works for you. Again, I'm just sharing ideas. There are so many awesome savings challenges out there. There's so many, I can't even name them. Like, literally, I watch so many videos from everybody else on YouTube, and we are killing it. There is room and there is space for everyone, y'all. Okay, now let's move So again, just to recap, short-term savings challenges for somebody less than 30 days to save, or they have no money to save. Notice a lot of these savings challenges are working with money that's already in your bank account, and that is why I love them. Okay, now let's move on to our midterm savings challenges. Yeah, baby. So a midterm, I call it I just make this stuff up as I go, y'all. Midterm savings challenge is money that you need to save in the next 3 to 6 months. So first thing off top, I'm thinking of someone who has a $1,000 emergency fund that needs to grow it to the 3 or 6 month mark. Maybe they have already paid off all their debt if they're using the Dave Ramsey option, or maybe they're kind of doing their own thing where they're just like, you know what, I want to grow my savings while paying off debt. That's me. I don't like doing one thing at one time. So a midterm savings challenge option would, of course, be the emergency fund savings challenges. There are a ton of them out there. You can definitely just type in emergency fund savings challenge on Google and you will find a ton. My version looks something like this, where I was contributing to this so that I could save at least $4,000. That's just what this emergency fund challenge is for, but you got plenty of options. Next, and just to recap, this midterm savings challenge can be adaptable for any savings challenge. You can do zero out, you can do save out, you can do any savings challenge you can think about, because you're saving for either a 3 or 6 month emergency fund, you're saving for an event like vacation, or maybe you have one of those balance transfer credit cards where as long as you pay up the balance in full within 90 days, you don't have to pay any interest. So you're trying to save like crazy so you can throw that money on that credit card and be debt free with no interest. That's the type of scenario where you would consider a midterm savings challenge. Okay, so we can put for number 2, adapt any. Now let's talk about long-term. A long-term savings challenge would be someone who wants to save a lot of money for retirement, college, another big life event like a wedding or a baby, or maybe, hey, this is my 50-year retirement trip. I'm retiring from my job and I'm going to Hawaii. For some reason, that's a thing. Ask me how I know. I live in Hawaii. Okay, so also there's different things like saving for your first car, saving for your first car for your child, things like that. This is for someone who doesn't have any debt, most likely, or maybe they just have a lot of freed up income where they can contribute to more than one thing at the same time. So long-term savings, I would definitely recommend the 365-day nickel challenge. It is the bomb. This is one savings challenge that if I had more going on financially, more of this, I would definitely be contributing to this savings challenge. I did this savings challenge for the year 2021 in full. I was able to save, I think, either $4,000 or $5,000, and I was able to throw it all on our mortgage and become mortgage free. So don't knock it till you try it. Like, it's off the hook. I love it. The next savings challenge you would want to think about is an envelope savings challenge. So that would be a 50 or 100 envelope challenge. And these challenges, just to give you an example, my envelope challenge comes from 𝗗𝗓𝗏𝗧 on Etsy. Definitely use my 10% off code in the description. It's my name, Rochelle. And get you some coin off. But she makes the most luxury, but still on a budget type cash envelopes that I just cannot turn away from. And so I recommend either making them yourself. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I mean, shoot, let's talk about it now. Budget with Brins is my favorite. She started with just some regular envelopes, and look at them. It's not the envelope, it's what's inside it that counts. Here I have a 100 pack of envelopes, and I like these because they're the small security ready strip envelopes. No licking here. And you can just literally take a bunch of envelopes and name them. Ooh, piece of hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on up to 100. And every time you get money, stuff these bad boys and seal it so you can't open it like I did. Oh. But those are just some ideas, you know, budget friendly. Don't have to spend no whole lot of money. I have the long ones here too. Same thing, 100 envelope. We're going for easy. If you just need something where it's just like easy, routine, highly recommend. Okay, the other savings challenge that could be good for you is a 52 or 26 week savings challenge. And I am doing the 26-week savings challenge where I'm aiming to save $1,000. And I like this savings challenge because it's fun, it's easy, it happens every time you get paid, which for us in our household is every 2 weeks, and you see your progress quickly. And it's been around since the beginning of time. So you can do 52 week if you get paid weekly, or 26 week if you get paid bi-weekly. Alrighty, so those are the savings challenges that I would consider. Now let's dive into the mental. You know, I'm always talking about the mental. Okay, so now let's talk about this savings challenge article that I found on mint.com. Not to be confused with Mint Mobile, but mint.com. They had this article entitled Money Saving Challenge, 30 Types for Every Personality in 2022. And basically what it does is it breaks everybody down, every human down into 4 categories. You take this test, which ain't free. I tried to go for it, but you can kind of guess the type of person that you are just by looking at it. It breaks every human down into a category of either 4 types of people. You could be a wealth builder, which is someone who values experiences versus keeping up with the Joneses. You could be a bold explorer, which is someone who is quick and flexible and they're willing to try new things. You could be a dedicated steward, which is someone who's practical, plays it safe, and is self-motivated. Or you could be a wise analyst, which is someone who is a thinker and they want more or better. So maybe they already got, you know, a game plan going, but they want to scale it. They want to grow their savings even quicker. So there's different types of savings challenges for those different types of people. So the first type of person is a wealth builder. And at the end, after I list all 4 of these, comment below and let me know which type of saver you think you are. So let me give you just a couple examples of what savings challenges would be good for somebody who is a wealth builder. If you are in this category, these savings challenges are some you might kind of gravitate to. The first one is an interesting one. It's a gift savings challenge. And I like this idea. I see this on a lot of channels where they basically add up all of the money that they spent on gifts in the past 12 months or the previous year, and they divide it by 12 and they put that amount to the side every month for savings. And it's just a good idea so that nothing is ever a surprise. How much money do we spend on gifts? Come on, think about it. Think about it. Okay, next up, I'm ignoring the planes again. Whoa, that was kind of loud. Is the pay yourself when you make a mistake challenge. So this article was hilarious. So say you are someone who slips and falls into a MacBook. Let's go cheaper. You slip and fell into a Chick-fil-A. And you ended up spending $10 on a Chick-fil-A meal that you didn't mean to. You have to then eat that Chick-fil-A, delicious food, and enjoy it. And then you have to put $10 in your savings account as a way of saying, bad Rochelle, bad Rochelle. I kind of like it because it's instantly a fix and everything costs twice as much. Micah has this saying, my husband, that if you can afford to buy something twice, then you can afford to buy it. And I hate it, but I love it. Like, he's right. So that applies in that scenario. So, yeah. And also Micah's other thing is if he can do a job himself, like say he needs to get his grass cut. We would do this all the time back home. He would say, oh, it costs $40 for me to cut, pay someone to cut my grass. He would cut the grass and then pay himself $40. And that was his way of, instant gratification. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Next, another savings challenge idea would be a 90-day challenge. Anything that's like, what can I do in the next 90 days to save money? Then there was another savings challenge called a money throwdown challenge, which is a challenge where you get together with your close friends or workmates and you guys challenge and compete with each other to see who can save the most money in 30 days, 90 days, whatever. And then whoever does it the quickest, maybe they get a portion of all the savings. I don't know how you would work that out. That gets kind of real. But I like the idea of building a community of savers. I think that it can be kind of lonesome saving money all the time. And so it'd be cool to save money with somebody else. And of course you have your tried and true 26 week / 52 week. Okay, so that's wealth builders. Number 2 is a bold explorer. Bold explorers, you might be interested in the pantry challenge. So a pantry challenge is just how it sounds. You try to make as many meals as you can using just the items in your pantry, your fridge, your freezer, or maybe you kind of make it your own by saying, oh, I'm only going to spend $50 this week on groceries, but you make a meal plan based off whatever foods you already have, and then you make it work. Long Run with Joel and Christy are masters of this. Check out their YouTube channel. Next is the kickback. Why am I saying it like this? Kickback habit. Oh, no. Kick bad habit challenge. Oh, see, here go the mental. Kick bad habit challenge. So basically, if you're someone who is trying to cut back on sweets, you are someone who doesn't want to drink soda anymore, maybe you're trying to break a smoking or drinking addiction, you could use money to motivate you to try and also kill two birds by kicking that addiction and saving money. Or maybe it's one or the other. But basically, for every time that you find yourself drinking a soda when you know you weren't supposed to, you pay yourself money. And if I was the type, I would commend myself. So every time I didn't drink a soda, I would pay myself $1. I don't know. I got to think about that. I like that. That could go both ways. Then you have your coffee break challenge, which is, the average cup of coffee used to cost like $2.50. All the articles say that. I promise you, I have not seen a $2.50 cup of coffee in forever. But basically, you would put that money to the side and save it instead of spending it on that cup of coffee. Every time you do that, you grow your savings passively. Then next would be the Find Extra Money challenge. Y'all, if you watch some of my content from last year when I wanted to get rid of that mortgage, I need to have some of that energy now. I flipped everything. Mattresses, couch pillows, purses, even the ones that was Eva's. And I found me some coinage. I was doing laundry. I found $5. I would take all of that money and throw it on the mortgage. If you would watch my mortgage payoff updates, I would do that all the time. Even gift cards, coupons, free food. I would just cash in on whatever I found, and it works. It works. Then you have your $1/$5 savings challenges. Those are like tried and true. And then you have your cancel challenge. You know, we a cancel culture type society. So a cancel challenge basically means that you look at your budget and you find subscriptions to cancel that no longer serve you. And so, you know, if you don't watch Netflix like me, I watch it sometimes on purpose just because I know I'm paying for it. And you don't feel like you're getting your money's worth, cancel it for 30 days and just see if you can live without it. Same thing for any of these other streaming services, any of these these gym memberships, there's so many different memberships that just pile up and they $9.99 a month us to death. I can't stand it. But see if you can live without it and pay yourself that money instead. Okay, so we get the idea. Bold Explorer's list was getting kind of long. I don't know. Okay, next is a dedicated steward. Okay, so a dedicated steward is someone who might enjoy the 26 or 52 week challenge. We talked about that already. The Keep the Change challenge, or a penny challenge, coin challenge. They might be someone who might try the cash only challenge. If you watch Fun and Budget with Tanisha Davis, she tried to use cash only for like 7 days or maybe even a month, and she about died. But it was fun, if nothing else, to watch. And so I think she even got a kick out of it a little bit. I definitely recommend this challenge. It kills Micah. Like, he'd be like, do I have to use cash? But for some stuff, what I have found that works is Micah likes if he has a larger bill in his wallet. So I was giving him like 20s and 10s, but I just save up all his money in a sinking fund over time. And then once it gets to like $100 or $200, I just sit it in his wallet. And he's like, oh, all right then. All right. So I definitely recommend that one. Then there's a minimalist 30-day challenge that you could try. Now, the minimalist, you can take that either direction. It's exactly how it sounds. You could look in your house and look for items that you could sell on eBay, Mercari, list goes on, and contribute all that money to savings. Maybe you could try to keep a shopping list and do the procrastination method that Finance Rocks talks about on her YouTube and Instagram, where you keep something in your shopping cart for at least 72 hours and then go back 3 days later and then decide if you really want or need it. All of those are good options. Then number 4 are our wise analysts. And our wise analysts might like a no spend challenge, which is the obvious, not hold on to all your coins. They might like the nickel challenge. I think that's interesting that they are supposed to like both of those challenges. They are so different. They might enjoy a envelope challenge, either 50 or 100 or 500. I don't know. They might like a 1% challenge, which is you take all of the money that you made for the entire paycheck or the entire month and you put 1% of it to the side every chance you get, at least 1%. Then there's the roundup challenge, which is something that Snowgartner 305 here on YouTube she's always done that. She even has a column for it. So if something costs $5.99, you would round it up to $6 and put that penny in savings. There's even some bank accounts that will do that automatically for you. I used to have a bank account that did it automatically. I don't know if they offer that feature anymore, but a lot of savings accounts do. And that's why you want to look into them, because maybe it could be something where you just press the button one time and it does it for you every time. Every time. Then we have our Wednesday weather challenge. Oh gee, I missed on that challenge too. I want to do too many savings challenges. That's what I've realized. I've come to realize that savings challenges come a dime a dozen, and you have to figure out which savings challenge is perfect for you. But that is the different types of savings challenges broken down by your personality type. And if you want more info, you know, I'll have the link in the bio. And if anybody spends the money to take this test, let me know what your results was. Share with the crowd, share with the room, share with the class. Thank you. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about is finding money that you already have versus creating a side hustle. I know I talk about side hustles and passive income a lot on my channel, but there's an easier way to save money. You could just look within. And so, of course, it might not be as much money as you were anticipating, but I think that starting with the easy stuff like checking your pockets, all your purses, us as ladies, we have a ton of purses. Check them all, empty them out. I am always shooketh every time I empty something and find more money. So definitely look at what you already have. And that, I'm talking even when it comes to your budget. Saving, you cannot save money. I'm not going to say, I would not save money without creating a budget first, because you are forced to look at all your expenses, track them, and create a savings plan and adapt to that. So if you are paying for subscriptions and paying for stuff that you really don't care about or need, you might want to consider cutting them off for just 30 days. Most of this stuff is just an on-off switch or a quick text chat to these companies, and figure out if you can live without it and save money faster. So definitely track your spending with an expense tracker, either online or paper and pen. Track your food, track your shopping, track your gift giving, track all of it. And make sure that at tax time, you have that information, because a lot of the stuff we do is tax deductible. I am just now realizing that I'm coming into 2022 so much more knowledgeable than I was before. And so I try to share these tips as they come. And another way to not be wasteful and to actually save money is to try and eat all of your food before it expires. Easier said than done, but it's something that I've been working on, is eating through our pantry in a way that everything is like organized by expiration date, so that we don't have to buy so much food every time. Yeah, our food bill is still high, but it's not $1,000 a month anymore. Yes, we used to average for a family of 3, $1,000 a month. I think we've got it down to like between $500 and $750, just depending on the things we have to re-up. Also, reorganize your fridge. Ooh, that's game changer. And clean it. Take your stuff out. I'm not saying I wasn't cleaning my fridge before. I'm just saying I wasn't doing it in a way where I was looking for food to cook and prepare. Okay? I was like, oh, there go those apples in the back of the fridge. Hello there. Okay. So the third thing you could do to find more money that you already have is to track your shopping, purchases. Y'all, all of this is staying in the video. Okay, this video too long. I'm gonna do edits, but it's gonna be a rough cut. So basically, decide what type of shopper you are. Are you the type of shopper that needs to shop more often so that you can have small hauls more often? You know, go to the grocery store every 3 days and spend less that way and consume all of your food? Or are you someone that needs to go as less as possible and do one large haul that'll get you through the whole month? Figure out what works. We're kind of a mesh of both. So we do one big haul once a month, and then we do a bunch of tiny hauls in between. That works for us. Budget, budget, budget. And this is what the Mint article was talking about too. It talked about your living expenses and your current savings. And this is something that I work with a lot of budgets with different clients. And I'm always telling them, you know, are you living above your means? So, you know, if you're someone who brings in $1,000 a month and your rent is $750 a month, you feel choked. You feel, I'm sorry, I'm in Hawaii, so I picked up lingo here. They speak Hawaiian or Pidgin. It's just like, you feel like you can't breathe. You feel like you can't make any progress towards your goals. And it's not because you're not making enough money. I mean, it could be, but it's also because your spending habits are poor, or maybe we've made decisions that we're locked into. So I know that's the case for me. I hate paying how much money we pay for rent every month, and we are actually moving expeditiously as soon as this thing is up. Can't wait. Because guess what? I want to move to a place where I can pay less rent, so that and also a place that, you know, life happens. I know you got to go up on your rent, but what you're going to do is you're going to be reasonable. You're going to be reasonable. You're not going to price gouge and take advantage of people and go up by thousands of dollars, like all these things we're hearing about on the news. So your decision making can help you save money, if that makes any sense. Okay. now let's talk about choosing your saving and budgeting style. I guess I didn't write any of this down. Okay, so find money. I like writing down reminders. Track your spending. This is our quick recap. Number 2, you're going to eat your food before it expires. Number 3, you're going to shop smart. You're going to either buy a big haul once a month or a bunch of small hauls throughout the month. And then you're going to actually budget your money. You're not going to just save money but not do budgets. They go hand in hand. And you're going to find money in your budget to make it work. Okay, now the last piece of the puzzle is choosing where to save your money. Now this I can speak positively to. I used to save our money in our bank account the old-fashioned way. Nothing wrong with it at all. In fact, to this day, our largest, of course, we put most of our money still in a bank safely. But what I have found is that I respond to the sight of money. And when I have to spend it cash in person, I'm like this with the cashier. And the cashier is like, okay, that's a thing for me. That will never get old. And even if it's something where I've saved for it, budgeted for it, I knew it was going to happen, I still am like, I missed that money. So find what works for you. If you're someone that responds to cash, you might find it better to electronically budget, but then pull some of that money out cash and make it work for you. So your first option is to definitely save it electronically. And if you are an electronic saver, look into different types of savings accounts that will yield you the most high, like a high yield savings account, basically. There's a ton. I'm not even going to go that direction. I've talked about it many a time in other videos. You can just Google search it and find ones that don't have fees. Because the worst thing you could do is put $100 in a savings account and it not only doesn't accrue interest, but you lose money every month just because it's sitting there. And that is one advantage to having cash on hand. And that is a flex nobody talks about. They can't take it if they can't get to it. Now I understand the value of a dollar goes down over time and all that jazz, but the fact of the matter is, in the case of an emergency, if you need some money right away, you should have a little bit of cash on you at the very least. That's just me. Do y'all. But I'm just here bringing in what I think. Okay, number 2, you can do cash on hand. Now, okay, I'm going to name all of these and then we'll go down. This is the last piece of the puzzle. The next thing you want to think about is what type of storage are you going to use for your cash? Are you going to do something that is budget friendly and minimal? Ooh, I can't spell minimal. M-I-N-I-M-A-L. Okay. Or versus something luxe. Now, you watch my content. If you've never been here, welcome. I use Louis Vuitton products in my videos. That is not because I went out and purchased them and then started saving money with them. They are all items that I already had. I think there's maybe one wallet that I actually have bought since I've started my channel. But I actually had these items already and I repurposed them into cash envelope systems. And so that was all done with the help of channels like 𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘𝗧 here on YouTube, who is also a luxury binder user. And there's nothing wrong. I don't like when people shame people because they're using luxury products. They're made to be used. And if they're purchases that we made recently or in the past, it's all right to use them, right? No shade. And it works. I respond to touching and feeling on my Louis Vuitton. I love my Louis. Yes, I do. Okay, be real with y'all. I love that thing. And I'm not going to stop using it anytime soon. And so you have to do what works for you. So you have your, luxury item. Then number 4, you want to repurpose what you already have. So don't go make purchases. It's cool to say, oh, I'm going to start fresh. I've been saving for a new wallet. Perfect. That's great. Otherwise, ain't nothing wrong with these envelopes. They're still sitting here. I have plenty of videos, y'all. If you go back 4 years, it was a whole different channel going on over here. It's not how you start. It's telling you, nobody remembers how you started. So definitely think about that. And the last thing you want to do is stay motivated. I talk about this a lot in my savings challenge update video that I did last year. Stay motivated by watching content that feeds you and that keeps you excited about saving money. If you are watching content that convinces you to spend money all the time, guess what you're gonna do? Ask me how I know. So definitely vibe with whoever you vibe with. If I'm not the channel for you, no, that is fine. Go find you a channel that you can, you know, feel like you have a connection to that person or their saving style or their information sharing style. I think that it's great that it's such a vast community so that you can find what you need. There's no way that you can watch YouTube cash stuff videos and not find one channel you don't love. I'm sorry, it's impossible. Comment below your favorite channels. I love finding new channels. Even if it's a channel that you've been rocking with for a long time, let me know you're still rocking and supporting them. I want to make sure that I'm watching them too. So, y'all, we did it. We did it. We did it. See, this is what I'm talking about. You could do your, you could do your luxury item. Or you could do your budget-friendly item. You know, maybe you just want the luxe look, but not the luxe price tag. You could do that. Or maybe you are a minimalist. You just want something clean and neat. I just love this color. I do. Ooh. Maybe you just want something, you know, simple on the outside. There's so many different ways you can do this. It never gets old for me. It never gets old. And when you feel like it is getting old, get you a new wallet. Go on and save up for another wallet. You can go on Amazon. You can go on Alibaba. You do not have to purchase from me. The only reason you're purchasing from me is maybe I can get it to you cheaper or quicker. And this is a new style I'm seeing. This wide A7, that's a new one. Try all different types of stuff, y'all. It could help you save money. Like, you know, the thing that I can't keep in stock? These little mini, clear, cash flow wallets. People are going for safe and small and fit in your pocket. It's great for on the go when you really think about it. You don't even have the wallets, you know? I forgot to pull out my wallet dividers, but you can even do that. There's so many different options. I cannot tell you. And then when it comes to budgeting, same thing. You can use, you know, something electronic. I have my digital budget planner. You know, a lot of people have digital budget planners. Oh my gosh, if I wasn't using mine, I'd be using so many people's. You can really go far. Like, let's start with the basics. See what I say? Amazon basics. I think I took this from Micah, and he probably grabbed this from work. You know, it's starting with something super simple. We don't have to overcomplicate it. I like watching Tina's channel, A Pink Cloth Life. I'm one of her OGs because she is a happy planner girl. I love the rings, okay? This is the system that I used to use all the time back when I was on paper only. And I like it because it has the sections. You know, see, I had my plan on how I was going to save money. And it has folders. You can really go wild with this thing. Like when I tell you the planner community, whoo child, you can spend all the coins. And that's your business. If you saved for it or budgeted for it, go off, sis. I think I've showed y'all everything I have over here. Even like a plain A5. You know, it's an oversized binder, but it's clean. It's clean. I like to keep these in here until it ships. It's ready to ship. But anyway, you get the idea, guys. We're done. We're done. Okay? We're done. I hope this video was useful to someone out there. Because I love talking about saving challenges. We talk about the cash, you know, we can do this all day. We can do this all day, but we're not going to get this until we have it up here and we make a plan and go. That's it for me, acting like I know something about something. I'll see y'all in the next video. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.